Okay, hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This is the second part. In our C, we are going to talk a little bit about what Mr. Obama, former President Obama, had to say about Charlie Kirk death. You know, it's still shocking. You like it or not, it's still shocking. And let's start with it.
Obviously, I didn't know Charlie Kirk. I was generally aware of some of his ideas. I think those ideas were wrong, but that doesn't negate.
Okay, I will go further more on that. I will go further more on the speech, but the beginning already disappointed me. Why it disappointed? This is, here people uploading. People uploading. I have questions for people uploading for everything. Seriously, even me in church, I don't say amen anyhow anymore. I don't say amen. No. I try to use my brain. He said. The beginning, he just said, he knew, he didn't know much, he didn't know really about Charlie Kirk, which I don't really think too much, okay, because he had played an important role for the MAGA movement in a way. Anyway, but he said that his ideas were wrong. Were wrong. That's all he said. He didn't say some of these ideas he said make sense, Some of them I do not really necessarily agree with him. Let's watch the ideas. As a black person, because Mr. Obama is black, let's see what are the wrong ideas that Charlie Kirk had. Because I like to talk by fact, okay?
When segregation ended, right, black people, or when slavery ended, actually, black people were just forced wherever, right? So they had nowhere to go. And then there was laws put in place to put them into prison, and after...
It's okay. No. What's your name? Guys, what's your name?
Jackson.
It takes a lot of courage to come up here.
Yeah, no,
Let's just take a deep breath. Okay, I'm not here to pick on you.
No,
I appreciate it. No, it's okay. I know this can be very intimidating getting to a crowd like this, so just take a deep breath. Let me make your argument. I'm going to make your argument.
By the way, the people who say he has no empathy, okay, that's you. But this is a kind of debate and exchange. I don't know which empathy you need right there, but the fact that it already say that I understand that you are in front of the crowd and it can be stressful to speak in front of the crowd, okay? And I will help you and I will rephrase what you want to say. So I don't know which empathy you need that much when it comes to that. But anyway, let's go on.
For you, and I'm going to tell you why I think it's wrong. Okay?
Okay, yeah.
Is that fair?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so the argument that is being made, that you want to make, is that there's legacies of injustice.
Yes.
And that those legacies impact one generation after the other, and when those things get handed down, you have what is a system or a systemic issue that isn't just isolated in 2024. So the argument that you're making is that what happened in 1954 does impact 2024 of decade after decade after decade. Let me tell you my response to that. Of course there is some truth to that. Okay. However, every culture, every person in this audience can point to issues that families or generations prior had that we're able to overcome. So the question
is it right or is it false? You have people who come that families, there is always someone who's going to change the history of a family. There are families, for example, they go into a certain poverty cycle, and then one day one person in the family has this blessing to break the cycle of poverty in the family. Okay, it means that we can't keep the victim position attitude for let's keep watching.
question is, why is it that Black America is one of the
That's
only
the question.
populations, that
That's
and
the
Native
question.
American populations, that have not been able to overcome such evil, horrors, and injustices. Here's my perspective, and I want to hear what you have to say, is that the number one way to keep people out of poverty, lower the crime rate, and have a better society is whether or not you have a mom and a dad around, which we agree that's an ideal. Yeah? Cool. So what happened in
elaborate on that. Okay, no, finish first.
1964 is that 25% of Black youth were raised by a single mom. Today, it's nearly 75%, about 70%. So that means that 1 in 4 Black kids will have a father around. Only 1 in 4. That's the number one issue happening in the country, and it's not because of systemic racism. I'd like to hear what you have to say about that.
Okay.
I will stop here. So the number one issue that is hurting the Black people in America, and that is not only Black in America, it's a fact for all the Black in general. He said the lack of the father and the mother in the home. And I'm telling you, it's like, this is the problem, he said, he pointed. But it's even furthermore, because I listened to Thomas Sowell, and he talked about the father abandonment, okay? He said a child who hasn't grown up without the father, who has no father around him, the situation is worse than a child who has the mom only. It means that, I don't know, when there is no father around, it looks like there is no. It's not only Black. It's not a fact. It's factual for every people. When the father is not, even if the parents are divorced, because I want to make clear that you cannot force two people to be together if the relationship is toxic, if the marriage is no longer going somewhere. It is better for the parent to go apart, but to have a decent and a friendly way to to share that they share the moment with the children. You have to be diplomatic on that, because it's the well-being of the child. Okay, so even if they are divorced, the father should still be around. It is important. It means that the father should still have a relation, a connection with the child, and especially boys. Okay, now even girls is important, because you will see how because the way your father is. For example, for me, the man I will be choosing should reflect in a way what I saw from my dad. It depends what kind of father you have. Sorry about that. But if you have a good father, you want your husband to have something. It gives you an idea of how a husband should be. So the father presence is very. I didn't know. I'm telling you, I didn't know how important it was, because I felt that if you have the mother, a single mom, it's okay, you can take care of your child, because the love of the mother is enough. I didn't know that the father presence is stronger in the life of the child than the mother. I'm telling you, I was shocked. Okay, so if in your community already the father is not there, the father is not here, the father is absent, the father abandoned you, you already know what type of men we have in our community. The problem of child abandonment is real in the Black community. It's not only in Black America, because even in Africa you see the situation. Like for example, in my country, you have the father is in town, but he doesn't want to take care of the child. The moment the relationship is done, is over, if the woman he has a child with, the child also is forgotten on the map. He doesn't exist anymore. He will only take care of the children he has with the new wife, with his children. So they create angers, they create resentment in a man, and insecurity. Okay, that is one thing. You also have men who don't even want to know, or you have this situation in Africa. We have it. Men abandon their children because sometimes it's financial reason, sometimes they just have no attachment. We are in the black community in general. Please don't say it's false. It's not only Black America. And Dr. and Thomas Sowell has proven that the lack of presence of the father in the life of a child is the most difficult thing that happens. Okay? That's why for us women who went through divorce, we still have to manage to have a good conversation and with the father of the child, so the child will be safe, that it can still see the father. No drama, unless the father is toxic, dangerous. In this case, you cut him from the child, because the child might do, because the thing is, when people are forcing people to stay together, it's also worse for the child, because the child will get some trauma as well. Okay, a toxic relationship doesn't help a child at all. But if you are apart and you still are together to work on the child, even there and there, but your father is still coming, try to, it's important. It is important. Like God didn't make mistake when he made a woman and a man, because if you see the way we were raised, it will be different. A man who has been raised from a mother only is different, and a man who has been raised from a father only, or from the two parents in the home. You will see they are different, and then in relationship they will react differently also. When they have their partners, you will see the difference. You will see the difference of a man who grew up from divorced people, the men who grew up in a family where the parents are still together. You will see the difference. Okay, or the man who has lost a parent, like either the father or the mother, you will see the difference. God is not crazy. He knows. Okay, now let's go back to Mr. Obama. He said that his ideas were wrong. To me, I was disappointed when I heard it. The first line here already cut me. I listened to the rest. You can go listen to the rest. And then he say, oh, that doesn't negate. Yeah, but you already put the hot string by saying that it was wrong. Because as a president, as a former president, as a public figure, as a politician, I think what Mr. Obama should have said at the beginning is not only was a tragedy, but politics. What is the goal of politics? The goal of politics is to debate our idea, is to freely debate, bring idea on the table, because the goal is to what? Is to bring idea for the best, for the country. We want to change our country. The point here, I think for me, he lost it. Why? Because he should have said, I am a politician. So was Charlie Kirk. Okay? In America, we fight for the right and the freedom to voice our opinion freely. Okay? Political opinion. As a politician, that he was like I am, it's not acceptable that in America someone died for his opinion today. For that reason, I condemn this act. But no, he went on a run to talk about, and this is why I say that I was really disappointed in Mr. Obama, because Mr. Obama cannot say that under his mandate, his 2 mandates, people were happy. Some people were not happy. Some people were disappointed. The proof is what? The second mandate, the first mandate he won really good win. The second mandate, when he won, was kind of okay, right? What happened under his mandate? If I remember, maybe I'm wrong, under his mandate, Christians were under pressure. Yeah, Christian, is that this period of time, because I remember some Christians even lost their businesses, especially business owners who were Christian. some of them went through some type of persecution in a way. And I understand what Charlie Kirk is standing for, was standing for this cause. Because more and more, if you heard what Donald Trump say, that Christianity is in danger now. Christians, we are no longer safe. We are no longer, there is thing that's happening for Christians. And you just watch, I think it was yesterday, I watched again, headline, Hillary Clinton went on TV and she said something about white Christian men. And what does it mean? It means, and that's when some of you will really miss this young man, Charlie Kirk, because the people who are going to be discriminated with time, and it's happening now. Like she say, because she was talking about white Christian men, it's going to be white straight Christian men. You will see. Some of you who say some of you will be crying this young man, because he was among the few of us who will stand and tell the truth about the situation. Okay, many of men today are hiding behind a keyboard. They don't talk. Some are sugarcoating thing, but to have this boldness, this bravery to come and talk the truth, not many. And in that sense, Mr. Obama, you miss it, because you were supposed to. It's not this. What is tragedy like that? It makes no sense that we are going to divide each other. You should have said that. No, that act was not acceptable in America, because we all are entitled on our opinion, especially when you are politicians. Because even under his mandate, people were not happy. People were frustrated. But no people have fought to come and unalive his life. So why Charlie Kirk deserve it? Because when you start this conversation with, I didn't know him, I think his ideas were wrong. At least he was a white man who were talking with young black people, young black men, on campus, and try to educate them, not only on their rights, not only about the history, but I don't recall that, maybe Mr. Obama did it, I don't recall, because politicians, most of them, career politicians especially, most of them live in the bubble. They are not really aware of what we are living or what we are going through. For him to go on the ground, it would be in contact with people, young people, talk with them, exchange with them. I'm pretty sure that he would have been a great leader with time. Because it's different when you just know some reality, you just read on papers, and you have no idea why. This is my observation. Maybe I'm wrong. Why did Hillary Clinton lost when Donald Trump, I don't know how to say because I don't speak English well, she lost because she was out of touch. She didn't understand exactly most of the need of the people. She knew, but it was different. Donald Trump knew how to talk to the people, how to get close to the people. That's how she lost. You know, you do some concert with celebrities. It's not that the people are asking. They're asking something that tangible. You need to understand what we are going through in this country. This country, we are the people. We are the country. We are making this country. If you cannot get it, what are you going to do for us there? She has all the capacity to win. But what happened? She was out. No, these politicians, they are in the bubble. Most of the time you talk to them, they seem to understand, but they don't really understand. Few people really understand. That's why Donald Trump won. Because he could, in a way, I don't say perfectly, but there was somehow, because he wasn't a career politician for sure, but he was kind of aware of some reality some reality. And the way he was treating people during the campaign, the American during the campaign. I remember sometimes he will say, for example, when he had campaign in another city, another state, and he was supposed to go to the other state, but he didn't have time. I mean, the time was very short. But he would say that I will be coming, even by night. Donald Trump was taking his flight, he will be there. He will be there. You see, you see the way he the consideration, he would be there. This is it tells something about him that make people connected to him in a way. I saw when during the campaign he was going to New York hair salon, people talking. No, seriously, it's like we can relate a little bit, even if I know he's rich. Hillary Clinton, like really, and then you have some comment. I'm not gonna go there. And then you have Ilhan Omar who talking and saying that she compare Charlie Kirk to Dr. Frankenstein, by not her, but she approved someone who compared him to that. And he was a horrific person. If Charlie Kirk is an horrific person, I guess you are a demagogue. Yeah. As for me, if she agreed that the person comparing to Dr. Frankenstein, then maybe she is a demagogue. Demagogue that Dustin in Stranger Things was keeping in his house, the little thing he was keeping, and then became like, yeah, it became like in there. This is what I said earlier. This is the situation of immigration, massive immigration and all this. You open the doors to people who actually don't even like you. You open the door, you gave them the citizenship, but they spit on you. Literally. I don't know. And it's sad because not only today Charlie Kirk is dead, but not even the way he was unalived. It's not enough for some people. We are now in a time, in a generation that people have no longer, like you say, in French we call it pudeur. It's like people don't, there is no more, I don't know, I forgot the word. So someone can be dead and you can still spit on his dead body. You are, this world, you are more and more horrible. Politicians are more and more horrible. I don't know what to think. I don't know what to say. But for me, I was disappointed in his answer. Was I shocked? No, not at all. I was just waiting to hear what he has to say as a former president, because I'm not sure that everybody was happy under his presidency, under his mandate. I know some people were not happy about the Obamacare. Some people were happy, those were not happy at all, were very upset about it. Some people were not happy about some laws that he made when he allowed men to enter women restrooms. Some people who have fundamental belief in what America was, and he has completely changed it. These people never came to the White House or came to his speech and come to unalive him. So it's not right. It's not fair that these young men have to finish like that. It hurts, and it still hurts. Okay, because it could have said what happened to Charlie Kirk could have happened to me. That's how we are human. This is humanity. What happened to Charlie Kirk as a politician, as a public figure, could have happened to me. It could have said that. Because none of people out there are safe. But if you again bring division, and it's sad because people are always applauding for everything. You tell me what you think. I think I'm done for today.